There are just 28 minutes left of the winter campaign, and it has been a really hype season with a lot of world record battles, but I think it's time we check out where all the world records are at. So let's go into the first map, enable all top 5 ghosts. First map belongs to Eddie. Eddie hunts 01 in every single campaign, and this one, he's had to battle off Shadowcrancer, who held the record for a while. And now also Samifying is actively trying to beat him to secure first place in the campaign. But here in this landing, Eddie just gets a little bit more speed and a very inside line. And then a straight line to the finish. Just 2 thousandths apart the moment he crosses the finish line. Crazy, crazy close. Map 2. Again, Eddie in first place. With 2 world records in a row now. And as Twitch chat has pointed out, this is the only 2 maps he played this campaign. He has not unlocked the later maps. He opened 2 maps. He has exactly 80,000 points for 2 world records. And here, he was able to beat Levi with just a little bit of an inside line. And then it's very cool here. I'm just going to quickly show this. This is a very rare trick in Trackmania. But here in the last turn, he touches the grass with 1 set of tires and gets a speed slide with 1 set of wheels. This gives him a speed slide through the last turn with full grip. It is like a quantum slide on road. Extremely 5-head and very hard to do. Map 03, I actually hunted this a lot with joystick. World record belongs to Granati, but some interesting stories here too. The guy in second place, Raksakori, is not a Trackmania player. He is a sim racer who decided to open Trackmania and just hunt this map with extreme smooth steering and a force feedback steering wheel. And he almost beat the steering wheel goat of Trackmania Granati, but Granati took it back by 2 thousandths. Solivagant in first now, Samifying second, and try to remember these 2 names, Samifying and Solivagant. Soli had the world record on this on the first day with a 26:48. And since then, nobody but him has beaten that time. He drove a 43 a while ago to secure his record. But here they do a lot of quantum slides. This is a snap into a full grip speed slide, similar to the one we saw on road, but it's a lot easier on dirt and grass. And this is an incredible run by Soli. So he has 1 world record there. Samifying with a lot of top records, but no world records yet. Shadowcrancer with world record on this. I'm just going to show the top 2 here. Look at this comparison. Look at Soli's start here. With a really good inside line and downhill, he's a car length ahead. But then Shadowcrancer pulls off a beautiful quantum slide on the inside here, sets up earlier, and then gets a small wobble to get less airtime there, gear up, and then on the inside, and he snipes it away. And this world record is very important. A world record is worth 40,000 points. Shadowcrancer sniped this away from Soli very recently, but that does bring Solivagans a little bit lower on the overall scores. Map 06. Solivagans with a world record, 880 versus 888. And several other players in close proximity. Again, they do a lot of sorry, the quantum slides here. Inside downhill, and they gear up to 5th gear. And then release for no airtime. And then speed slide down the hill. Not quantum slide, speed slide, sorry. Jump over, and interesting. Different line from Pustito Paco. This looks like it saves time. He's more than 200ths behind. Wow, that is a new strat, I think. Map 07. Samifying got this world record yesterday. He beat Solivagans by 3 thousandths of a second. And he still has it right now with 22 minutes to go. This is very likely one of the records that Soli is trying to beat, as it would give him a 40,000 point swing. Samifying gets 20k less, Soli gets 20k more. But if Samifying holds on to this, he could very well win the campaign. He's ahead right now by a tiny bit overall, but just look at the margins. Like, if this is the difference that decides who wins the campaign, then that is, you know, that is just insane. Like, this 1 tire basically is worth 40,000 points for Samifying. Map 08. I want to quickly tell you a little bit about the hours I've heard from the players in the top 5 here. Burn Custle has put in the highest amount of hours I've ever heard from anyone in a single season at 300 hours played in 83 days. PSX has about 100, and so does Blood. And Link in first has 22 hours. Completely insane, the commitment that people put in for the downhill map, and they all go on the right side on the start, jump out, land clean, and then a quick left right into getting a nosedive, and then jumping into the finish. Link got a little bit of a different line than the one you see here, with a full nosedive into another nosedive, and a 95. And a nice horn as well, wow. Can you show the leaderboard with the points? Yes, I can, absolutely. Current campaign leaderboard is as follows. Samifying in first with 254k. Solivagant second with 204k. Map 09, Chili Con Arnie. A great name with the world record. And some other top players here. The margins are very slim on this. I remember Mika had the world record with a 06, but that's not even in the top 5 anymore. And I think the reason is that most of the lines balance out. So if you go wider for more speed, or if you go tighter for an inside line, it kind of all equals out. But Arnie with just a really good balance of it all, 02. Map 10, Samifying world record. He got this a few days ago. Beating Rent. He hunted this map so much. And one trick that was found here, which made him a lot faster, is this quantum slide right here. Snap into quantum slide, and then he has a bunch more speed than some of the older records. But the ending of this map is notoriously difficult, because you need to keep full grip while going at full speed through a very bumpy turn. And look at how high he goes up on this wall, almost touching on the left, but keeping the lead. Very impressive record. Map 11. This is one that neither Soli or Samifying have, but Hobbit has the world record with a 67. The gaps are really big here, and it's much in part due to this grass wall ride that you're gonna see, where it really just feels random, the speed you keep. It probably isn't to people who've hunted it a lot, but keeping maximum speed out of that is tough. And then you need this speed slide here into snap. Oh, they don't even do the speed slide anymore. My mistake. Clean speed slides on the dirt, low line on the wall ride, and then one more speed slide on the grass and plastic. One thing that happened this afternoon was Kelvin beating the Soli record, increasing the gap by 20,000 points. Kelvin, a young player from the beautiful country of Malta, I think that is Malta, sniped Soli. I do want to visit that country one day and see what Kelvin sees out his window when he drove this run, but this snipe might be the one that also gave Samifying the win. Another world record by Kelvin, back to back. Beating Hobbit here by 2,000s. This is a very weird start because you need these, oh, he's actually last almost before that landing. And then you wall bang, low jump, and then you need to start wiggling at 200 speed. And he just got a great wiggle. Still. Oh, that is so precise. Like, I've hunted all these maps. I'm top 50 here. Like, I don't have a bad time, but 0.2 is so fast. Map 14. This shortcut on this map was found pretty much immediately in the campaign. Here's my old slow record with it. You jump out to the right and then drop down here and drive the rest as normal. This was even with the snow car landing bugs in full effect. But what happened quite late into the campaign is that another shortcut was found, and that's the one you're going to see now, masterfully executed by Maniac. You go down the same hill, but then here when you get the reactor, you jump out to the left, fly, get a hover boost here over the ice, and then straighten out the car towards this uphill, and then you still have to clutch, brake enough, and do a nose slide, jumping all the way out wide, then do a nose slide down the hill, and then jump quite far to the right, and then nose slide through this last turn into the finish. 28.95, extremely good record. And that is a lot harder than it looks. And guys, 1 hour ago, Alex, who I think his name is usually Alex WGR, changed his name to Alex WRR because he beat Soli by 9 thousandths, all within 100th. 3 records after 40 seconds of driving. So, similar lines, and then they do a quantum slide up here. Jumping over most of that, and then another quantum slide. You better get used to it. We're living in the quantum slide era of Trackmania. Getting full speed through there. Inside line. Another quantum slide. And then just a low line still ahead into the finish. Ooh! I gotta see that photo finish. Sorry, what? Sully said he stopped playing, so it is confirmed then? Does Samifying, the Geometry Dash player, win his first campaign? That is an insane accomplishment. Because Samifying, if you don't know, is a Geometry Dash main. That's where he originates from in his gaming. Only started playing Trackmania like 3 years ago. Map 16, very precise cruise control tech map. We see some other players here, Intimacy, Amaterasu, Vanity as well. Need a lot of speed through here and then speed sliding up. And then keeping 5th gear here. And then you just have to balance without falling off by going too fast. With the cruise. 46.73 is a really good time. Really, really strong record. Poor Soli, since the 3rd time. If Soli won this campaign, it would have been the first time someone wins 2 campaigns in a row. Nobody's done that before. Map 17. Grenade world record. This map has more speed tricks than any other map in the campaign. And it all starts on this jump. If you have like 1 speed more going into this, like you see Grenade is slightly faster than Samifying, that is going to snowball with woggles. Wood wiggles. And you wiggle and you get up to 647 speed. And then you just need to do very gentle movements to preserve the speed all the way to the finish. Low jump around this bend. Look at how close you went to that turn, and then how close to this turn. 39.02 is an insane time. He nearly even overjumped the finish. That's how fast he went. Like, if you... There's a hard limit to how fast you can go here based on that last jump. Map 18. Dexter world record. Cannot remember how many hours Dexter put into this, but it's a lot. Tech map with reactor boosters. A very difficult line. This turn right here, you have to get speed and up on the right side. Very hard to estimate how that turn is going to go. And then you're just going to see a dance through this next corner. Release from Dexter. No slide line versus the slide from Paul. Wide setup, and then they YOLO through here. That is just beautiful. That is just beautiful. So much speed. Like this drift right here, you just have to appreciate the precision of some Trackmania players. Look, leaves the back wheel all the way out here, front wheel all the way close to this, and then so close on the left side as well. Into a speed slide. Absolutely ridiculous. There has been a close fight on map 19, but then Heffa's got this one. And nobody beat it ever since. Giuliano, though, in 2nd place, only 3 thousandths behind him. And this is another map where a lot of lines equal out. Heffa's had a fantastic start. But then you have this uphill jump into a low line through here. Wall hit, and then you have to go full left while dropping the gear. Into another wall hug. Low. Jump across, and then a last wall hug. And Giuliano must have had a lot of speed. Oh, Heffa's actually missed the last wall hug. Oh, that is so close. And with 8 minutes left, we have to see the leaderboard here. My record with 8 minutes left in the campaign is still standing. I present to you guys one of the hardest fought world record battles I've ever participated in. I have 66 hours on this, 67 hours. Giuliano has 100. And this is the comparison. Equal in the start, the icy wheels, no slide turn around into the wall hit, shortcut bounce into a ice slide. After that wobble movement, I'm a little bit behind, but then I pulled off the best ending I have ever driven on the map. Jumping across here, tight inside line, straightening out the car, good speed across the ice, going to the platform early, straightening out the car, and a tight turn onto the booster to get the world record by 0.66 seconds. Map 21, Samifying world record, 43.72 versus 43.74. He clutched up this record a few days ago, and it is a really beautiful run. This map is intense with the snow card and the reactor boosts, because you get so much speed you have to manage. But he has a great line through here, and it's a little bit faster than Lyrus. And then onto this wood turn, they intentionally go wide for all the speed they can muster. He gets up to 551 here, and now he's faster if he can hold on to it. Goes high up here, and then you have to fall down at the right time so you get this line. Stay sideways on here for a little bit more speed, and then sideways onto this wall, and sideways onto the last one. Staying sideways on these walls gives more speed, and that could be how Samifying wins the campaign. Map 22. Maniac with an incredible shortcut time on this. I'm again only going to show the top two because it's such a close battle here. Helps you appreciate this more. Taco, thank you for the bits. Starts out pretty calmly with just regular driving, and then it immediately gets crazy right here, where they skip the checkpoint up ahead, go out to the right, land here, then boost through the checkpoint and drive this route backwards, jumping over this grass hill to pick up the checkpoint, and that's already a shortcut, but then they boost through here, go down the track as intended, and land in a bug slide around this corner, and then flick out, and now they're onto the normal path, but about 3 seconds faster. Ridiculous shortcut. You're still not done. You still have to land this quarter pipe jump early, time the gear up, and then time another gear up here to 5th gear, and then continue your run. And here you can clearly tell Maniac is stressed, but he keeps his cool and gets a 104.29. Just to show that one more time. I mean, we have time for this. Look at this sequence. Line up here, fly in between the trees, get this nosedive into bug slide around this corner, and then timing the exit onto this circle of grip. It is so beautiful. Nav 23, everybody. Let's take a look at these records. Darkest Sentinel. With a shortcut here, you get a reactor zoop through the loop, 700 speed instead of the 500 usual, and then you jump up through right next to the tree, even for the widest setup I've ever seen on this map. Tight line around, able to risk that despite having such a good start. Tight here, low line here, and then the really difficult ice wall ride with the reactor. And is he gonna go for the inside line as well? Oh wow, that is a beautiful run. I mean, that is an insane time. This is insane by Toyflume. 49.85, and he's only played this map for like 20 hours. Some of the other ice pros have put in like 100 hours. But Toyflume just remains on top. Let's check out the top 4 here. Really tight line around here, and then you need the gear up on the road. 16.7 checkpoint here is so quick, and then the speed slide around here. Tapping brake just after the gear to set up for this, and now he's gonna have a lot of speed with this speed slide. And when I say speed slide, by the way, like, it's an ice slide where you stay in a precise angle and that gives you more speed. So he is ice sliding, but it's just a very precise angle. Equal to the others, but then clutches the end. Insane time. Map 06. 878 by Posito Paco. This is a buzzer beater world record. 3 minutes before the campaign ends. Or, well, 1 minute on my timer. Let's take a look at it real quick, and then map 25, and then we'll check out the new tracks. We'll do that very quickly. So slightly worse start, but we saw his new end line. I wonder if he saved this for the last day or if he just stumbled upon it now, but look at this. What a find by Postito Paco. That line saves just enough for him to take the record. Crazy, he just got it. And map 25, Grenady beat this about an hour ago, and so this was also a fresh record on the last day. This battle is perhaps familiar to you. Sander on joystick versus Grenady on the steering wheel. And Grenady took it back by just 1/100th of a second. And yeah, apparently Soli has lost 4 world records today. That's unreal. Sander slightly ahead on the start, but the most important turn on this map is the one after this downhill jump. Grenady with the tech skills through there. Really nice. Right here. This turn on the grass decides your speed for the rest of the map. And it looks like they had it equal. Grenady trying to get a low jump by landing on the ledge here. Might be a little bit more. No, not quite. He's going to need to snipe it in the last corner. Woo! Full send. And then able to get a tighter finish line for the last record of the campaign. That is all the winter campaign records. The final standings are as follows. Semifying wins, Soli in second, Maniac in third, Grenady in fourth, and I get 12th apparently. So I'm pretty happy with that. Go watch, he's crying. Semifying is such a positive guy. Like, you really want to root for him.
I went to my body's limits. Like, my arm, I need a new arm.
I think it is finally locked in. Semifying wins the winter campaign.
I wanted
with 4
this
minutes
so
left.
badly.
And he pulled it off.
I wanted this so badly, man.
Go check out Semifying, guys. He is an up-and-coming Trackmania streamer, and he deserves a lot more viewership and support than what he currently has. So go check out Semifying. But I have a campaign to play now and discover, so thank you so much for watching. Say bye to YouTube, Twitch chat, and let's get on with the spring campaign. I also get to keep my world record by the looks of it, so I'm extremely proud of that. This is the first campaign I've had a world record in since 2020, so very proud.